I know that I'm going to have backlash, but at this point, bring it on. I've been through enough. I'm a lot stronger now than I was 20 years ago.
For the first time, Jill Harth is speaking out about the sexual assault lawsuit she filed against Donald Trump in 1997.
He was showing me this big mural, and then the next thing I know, he was pushing me up against the wall and making a move on me and was all over me. And again, I was taken back. I was shocked that he was doing this. I'm like, what are you doing? There were people around and like, what are you acting like this for? It was really unsettling. I was nervous and I couldn't understand why he was doing this with me. I had to push him off of me.
So there was no ambiguity that these were unwanted sexual advances?
Absolutely. On my part, you know, in his brain, he thinks everybody wants him.
Right, but putting aside what he thought, but in terms of the way you reacted, in terms of what you did, you made it very clear that these were unwanted?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When somebody says stop it, stop it.
Now Harth has retained high-powered attorney Lisa Bloom.
All legal options remain open.
Harth says she met Trump in 1992 when she was in the beauty pageant business.
That the main reason Donald went into this was to get into my pants and to have the girls as his playground.
She and her then husband, George Haraney, eventually sued Trump for breach of contract. And it was during that case, she says, that a comment from Trump put her over the edge.
We were in the same elevator going up to the room with the deposition, and he said to his lawyer, see, I told you she was a great piece of ass, meaning he had already gotten me. And that just set me off to no end. After that, I was ready to go with the harassment.
She then filed her own case against him. In your lawsuit, and I'm gonna read from it here. This is the one filed in '97. You say the defendant Trump, over the plaintiff's objections, forcibly prevented plaintiff from leaving and forcibly removed plaintiff to a bedroom, whereupon plaintiff Trump subjected plaintiff to defendant's unwanted sexual advances, which included touching of plaintiff's private parts in an act constituting attempted rape. Tell me about that incident, when that happened and what happened.
That one that you are referring to happened in March of '93. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think maybe it was we were trying to press him to sign something or to okay budget or to guarantee things. And he wanted me there in person. And he kept on saying, come on, let's lay down. Just make yourself comfortable. Come on, we'll talk on the bed. And I'm like, I'm not talking on the bed. And he just was very aggressive with me. It's what I can say. He was always trying to grope me and touch me, and I had to tell him to stop. I would say, I didn't come here for this. I came here to discuss the business, and what are you doing?
But Harth withdrew that suit shortly thereafter.
So I did withdraw it, but again, it was part of the agreement to settle that case.
And earlier this year, when Law News unearthed the lawsuit and contacted Harth, she seemed to back away from her claims.
I saw Donald at a rally in South Carolina in January of this year. Okay? I did see him. I went with somebody, two people, friends of mine, that are very pro-Trump. And I said to him in a conversation, I said, Donald, if anybody brings up anything about that past, I'm not going to say anything negative. It's over, it's done, it's the past. And he thanked me for that. So in my mind, that was an agreement that I wasn't going to say anything and that he wasn't going to say anything either.
But according to Harth, Trump violated that agreement by publicly denying a New York Times story that included Harth's allegations.
I'm angry. I'm angry that he is saying that this never happened.
And then there was this interview on CBS.
Look, I'm not in every interaction my father has, but he's not a groper. It's not who he is. And I've known my father, obviously, my whole life, and he has total respect for women.
She's 10 years old at the time. She was playing with coloring books. She didn't know what her father was like. He was out gallivanting all the time. She was oblivious. So I think she was wrong to stand up for him and say that she wasn't a groper.
And this is in response to Ivanka saying, I know my dad's not a groper.
He was, repeatedly.
We are demanding that Donald Trump withdraw his statement, as effectively that Jill is a liar.
So you're saying that you may end up suing Donald Trump if he does not retract the statement?
All legal options remain open. We're calling upon Donald Trump to do the right thing.
You filed this lawsuit. You then withdraw the lawsuit. You then deny the allegations in the lawsuit to some degree. And now you're coming forward and saying, actually, the allegations are true. Can you see why there is a potential credibility problem?
I understand some people will think that way, but you have to understand, I had moved on in my life. I thought this was a chapter way past. I was on friendly terms. I didn't want to start trouble.
Now, Donald Trump is going to come after you again as a result of these statements. He's going to say, it's not true.
That's fine.
It never happened. She's trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. She's trying to become relevant because I'm running for president, and that this is all entirely made up. I don't know, but that's my guess as to what he's going to say.
Well, he can say whatever he wants. I know it's true. And it happened. And maybe I'm part of his dirty little secret past that he wants to forget. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
For more, check out lawnews.com.